Hey everybody, Asher here, and after some much needed time off and away, it is time for some regularly scheduled return of Starsector. So thank you all for your patience. Hope you all have been doing well. We've been hanging out a really long time at Anne. Well, what are we doing at Anne? We just blew up a fleet, and we have some other things that we are going to do, in fact. I was speculating before about trying to find a way to get the dead drop to work with the conquest mission to make all those things go. But once I was looking at the bounties a little bit, which this is the one that we completed, we're still trying to throw some muscle around to cash in on money. There's a few things that are kind of interesting here. We have this bounty that we might be able to do. The problem is that it is in a frozen world in a system with the brown primary star in the Sassine system. Unfortunately, there are a lot of those. However, well, let's see here. I was going to say it could be Nyx, because Nyx does... It's probably one of the unoccupied worlds that has one of these, but now that I'm looking at it, it could be Nyx, or there are some other potential options, because this is part of Sassine. Yeah, okay. Well, this could be a little bit dicier. So that wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing anyway. But I do want to see here, just out of curiosity, because we have been here, and this is a tundra world and in a zero world, and there's a faster way to check this by clicking on the planets and going this way, and I never do that. So it's probably Nyx. But we're going to instead go kind of up here, drop back by Styx, drop back by Coupe, since these are our friends, and I really want to go to Ulgun. I know it's a little bit crazy to do a dead drop here. Oh, it's actually not Ulgun. No, it's not as exciting, because Ulgun has the red beacon right next to it. This place, not so much, but still we can, it's a new system, could be potentially new treasure. We should hopefully be able to get enough fuel to make it work and make it back to civilization. If not, we've been down this road before. Alright, so we're just going to dive on in. It's been a few weeks since I've played this save, so you all can yell at me in the comments section or on the Discord about what I'm doing wrong, what I've forgotten. There are a lot of ships that I do need to re-outfit, and that is something that I'm going to do. We did get an Exodus battleship, which is amazing. We did get a new, that's not what it's called, a Castigator. I almost said a Legio Infernalis. That's the name of the faction that we've already renamed the Devil's Advocate. We got 2 Dominators. I don't know how useful they are going to be, but we have them. So I guess that's the story of the fleet at this stage of the game. What this does mean, though, is that I was really wanting to try to inch towards Tabitha, but we're not going to do it yet. I want to make sure our financial situation is straightened out, meaning we're not constantly running into debt here. So we are close on our colonies. Let me just get that sub-menu back up here. These colonies have almost grown to where they're not going to be a constant drag on us. Okay, that one's going to take a little while, but we're getting there. So let's go back to Styx. I know we just bought fuel from them. Coupe may not have a lot, but I'm just looking for enough to use the slipstream to get over here. And as long as we can make it like around here, okay, maybe not into Legio space, because they're kind of our competition and we're kind of inhospitable with them. So we could potentially talk it out, but we may be beyond the talk it out portion of the game. So this is a little counterintuitive to fly backwards, but that's where we are. And there's a remnant fragment out here. I remember when the remnants were a threat. I probably say that every episode now. And hey, remember when I said that we are supposed to be friends? The Reparation Society in Legio has declared war on us. So I don't know why the POMED decided to lower reputation with us. I think that may be another side thing, but just like that, welcome back to Starsector. War never changes. I mean, that's our goal here, is to just try to make it so that this place is better. We have a bunch of defenders here, and it doesn't look like any of them are in a hurry to attack. I do value my relationship with the pirates, even if it means I'm not getting enough fuel for my trouble. We do have a bunch of alpha cores that I need to be sending back here. We are not paying for storage here. Alright, so let's go ahead and buy from the scrapyard. No refunds, it's fine. I love paying tariffs to the pirates. I mean, if you think about it, if you're buying from a pirate and the pirate's just like, "Yar, matey," are you really going to turn around and say, "No, I oppose your tariff"? Or are you going to say, "Yes, sir, I don't want any trouble. Let me just pay your pirate fee and get out of here with my life"? So that seems to be fine. We are going to open up the faction directory. They don't have anybody today, but I do want to keep an eye out because we do have some more officers available. Some more officer slots available. If we look at the fleet button again here and click on the assign captain, I did change this to where I do have some more officer slots here. So if you want to be an officer and you took your dear sweet time, this is one of the big money drags on the save. It's been something that's been challenging me the whole time, but it is fun. For the next Starsector series, which we are not starting that until we resolve this one, I already have a very good idea of what I'm going to be doing with that series, thanks to some feedback for people that kind of had a similar idea to what I was thinking anyway, so I love it when that happens. It means my idea had some merit. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, we're going to go visit these people who are hopefully still our friends. They're supposed to be in our alliance, I thought. I mean, we're favorable with them, so what's a little black market training among friends, right? And we are going to make it before the monthly deadline. I'd love to do... Ooh, are you... Okay, I was about to say, you better not be trying to, like, patrol boot me or anything. So we do have a freelance officer. It's Lindsay Dixon, who's a reckless with gunnery implants. Yes, that sounds great to me. So remember when I said we're trying to get our money situation in order here. Unfortunately, neither of these places are very fuel rich. So this may not have been the best plan, but it is good to visit our friends here. And we do have a bunch of guns that I can drop off. I kind of don't want to right now, but let's see. How's our fuel situation is now officially a little worse for wear. So this was a nice idea that ended up being a terrible idea. Hey, that's the name of the save. Okay, so we have 3rd Brigada, we have New Hamarama. We do have this drop-off that is now officially... We got 101 days. Let's just go to Shiro. I'm pretty sure the Kingdom of Terra now hates us. That was a nice pissing away of very goodwill that I had with them once upon a time. So one of the better parts of this save. But yeah, we're just going to try to play it out here. What's our debt situation going to look like? Because we may actually need to try to find some money in the banana stand. We have money. Monthly expenses. Look at this. We are not going totally negative. Granted, our officer payroll is really high. Our crew payroll, marine payroll is very high. 2 of our planets are very expensive. Zofabak is especially expensive because we have the privateer base and massive, massive hazard pay. So that's fun. And this all takes fuel too, so... Pathers? Let's see. Alright, so... Who's invading our Shadow Yards friends? That's not very nice of the Reuters, who... Honestly, I know there were some people that were clamoring for me to bring them into the fold, but it wasn't going to be before, and it probably definitely isn't going to be now. And look at this. I watched the Vic and Hegemony become best friends again. Alright, so... Kingdom of Terra, are there any, like, good fleets that I can fight in space that are nearby here? Probably not. Because we are definitely... If I just gone to Nyx and tried to get some of the stuff, maybe it would work. I had grander ideas of going the other direction. It's okay. If I installed that mod that lets me chomp up... Okay, this is a little extra exciting now, because now we're definitely going to need to get some Shiro fuel. Oh, let's see. We have a mining station as well. This must be one of these old planets, these old systems that I explored once upon a time. We may have to cash in on that mining station now. Oh, I should not have transverse jump. That's another fuel use that I did not need to be using. Okay, we're going to turn off our bacon here. And there's a friendly salvage fleet. There's a very friendly Kingdom of Terra lookout here. And they still don't like us. And that's fine. We're just going to let them go. And we have the station here. They already don't like us anyway. So... oh, it's a sensor array. I just went for a space station. Let's introduce some false readings into it, because that seems like fun. And then let's see if we can hack it as well. Cool. I'm sure there's some cool text there. So makeshift sensor array. That's not even their planet. Where did I go? Shiro's that way. Damn. Okay. Not only do we need fuel, we need directional sense. Here, Shiro. Unfortunately, we don't have any means of trading here. We get a tiny bit of fuel and a tiny bit of supplies. And that seems okay. As usual, there's recent unrest and everything. They have practically no defenses. I'm going to buy some crew just for safety. I'm not going to sell them anything. But we are going to try to acquire some fuel. Okay. 300 fuel, not the best, but... and we lost 60 Marines. We got a little bit. Let's see here. And we do have salvage yards in here as well. So that gets us to Hull and Alnar, which eventually... Alnar is a gargantuan system, and it doesn't do a lot for us because there's Third Brigada. By the way, I think Tritac also... oh, they love us. They kind of want to ally with us. So now we're going to have to see if we get attacked. I got to see if this mining station has anything, because if I remember right, that was a good planet. So who are you, and why are you... so we just... that's really funny. We just have a fleet that is just being an unidentified entity. And you guys are all running. There's the old mining station. Jungle World, I'm guessing, is fully surveyed. Okay, you're still coming after me like a dum-dum. So Kingdom of Terra hates us even more. I could fight them and try to steal their fuel, but I don't think that's going to be very profitable. So we do have a nanoforge we can use. It appears to be a rather bad shape. It is produce more specialized parts. We could repair a ship. Let's look at our fleet real quick. All right, who needs to be repaired? If I could repair the Star Skipper, that'd be awesome. But we'll do the psych if it comes down to it. So looks like we're just doing the psych. Okay, repaired 1D mod. That's cute. All right, we got no fuel to speak of, but we did get a simulation engine from NVIDIA Corporation. They still exist. Nice. All right, so get a tiny little bit more fuel. We got unknown dormant shit. We got an unknown sensor contact. You got a desertic world. I want to see what these guys are. And if you're really going to come after me again, then that's just your problem. Let's see here. It doesn't cost any fuel. It just costs us supplies to go through here. I kind of want to know if y'all are smugglers or it's just a sensor ghost. Ooh. We got something over here. Don't know if we're going to get a lot of fuel out here, but... alright, so... 29 fuel is not 0. So Alnar is who we need to go to next. I almost want to see if I can attack the other place first, but we'll go over here. If we can get gravity pulled into, like, the Kingdom of Terra space, that'll be fine. I think Nation hates us too. Everybody hates us. As it should be, because we're the teachers telling them to behave at this point. Nobody likes a party pooper. We want to do the Moskva place here, and just like that, we have more shit. Mule combat freighter. Probably should get the fuel from it, but let's see here. We can still get to Alnar. We still have a sensor ghost of some kind following us. War between HMI and Shadow Yards. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just fight everybody. So let's see here. We are a little bit fuel poor, but we don't want to get sucked into a sun. So let's do this. Okay, gravity well. Alright, we are officially out of fuel. But we're not in hostile territory. I think we have explored most of these places. Oh, we kind of haven't. You know, I did say I'd leave this for later, maybe. And we do have potentially some more habitable worlds. So maybe we just give up on everything and just start a new colony down here. We become friends with Tri-Tac. It all works out. We could potentially try to attack them, but that doesn't seem very nice. So they have not a ton of fuel. They have a little bit of fuel. And I think the other issue is that we're going to need some more supplies. So their supply prices, fortunately, are pretty nice. Cannot afford that many supplies, but we'll do that. And then just to keep it above the board, that's actually a pretty good sell price. I said above the board, I just sold on the black market. Our suspicion level is extreme. Whoops, guys. Did not mean to do that again. Please forgive me. Any other officers that want to be here? No, we just have a freelance administrator. All right, cool. Third Bagada. By the way, this does nothing to get us closer to home. So we're probably gonna need to mothball some more stuff, maybe, which is just gonna put us in a debt cycle again. It's a little annoying, but what can you do? I know what I can do. I can be more responsible. But let's see real quick here. Let's turn on our distress beacon. Because we are stuck. And it is my own fault. I mean, if I unhook the bear, who I was thinking of shelving anyway, then we're probably okay. But we may have... We didn't fully look through the system anyway, so we might be able to make it work a little bit. There's a money problem. Alright. So look at this. I don't play for a few weeks. I get these big ideas of places I can go. Wait, if I mine the planet, can I mine it for fuel? That's not fuel. Alright. So we're looking for bases and shit out here now. Alright. So if we survey this... It doesn't take a lot. Alright. Like, we have shit we can sell. It's fine. So there's a barren world. This one probably also does not have any ruins on it, but... Yeah, just empty little shits. All right, let's take a look over here. Okay. AI inspection. What? Okay, I got to get my fuel situation settled for that. Intel. So we're rating there. The hegemony will attempt to resist. Compared to the defenses, the inspection space forces are superior, and the ground forces are evenly matched. So we need to be home to fight them back. That's for sure. All right, so that's probably not a place with ruins. This probably does have ruins. Extensive ruins, class 5. Alright. Hey, do we have fuel stuff here? Quantity of volatiles likely fairly properly salvageable. Salvage operation. That is a lot of volatiles. We got an empty forge template too. Forge template does not contain any ship data but seems to be otherwise functional. It's likely there's a way to add data to it, but we don't know how. Alright, so since we've done all this, and we can't leave just yet, let's go ahead and move By Night, who... She did okay. I wasn't like totally unhappy with her performance on the bear. It's just the bear doesn't quite fit our fleet profile right now. So we'll put By Night down here wherever she is. There we go. Then new Reckless Officer, yet to be unnamed. We'll put you over here. And then let's start mothballing some shit. Alright, how's our fuel situation? Barely a plus. Alright. Let's, it breaks my heart to do this a little bit, but the Carnotaur, after having some time to think about it, is a fun ship. But as of right now, it's not doing like a ton of heavy lifting. It's more of a liability right now. So we're barely going anywhere again. We kind of want to hop the glance. The problem is that we're going to get pulled back into here in a hurry. So let's see. We put another distress call out. Do we have anybody coming to our aid? We might. Unknown fleet pursuing us. Let's see here. Let's accept the comm request. I'm not giving that to you. And they want to fight us. Do y'all have fuel? I'd love some fuel. Like this is the easiest fight in existence. Alright. So easy. In fact, I didn't even deploy my own damn ship. Alright. So we may need to try to do ye old double cross, and I need to remember how to actually fly this thing. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Because Tri-Attack is not in our alliance, so if I actually invade them and go in with my beacon off, if I can get there, then things may work out. But for now, we've got to take some shit seriously, such as everybody kind of running around like morons. Let's have you guys eliminate, and we don't need all of you going after one tiny ship. So let's let you guys freewheel. We'll see what happens. Like we seriously outgunned these guys. If they seriously thought I was going to give up my Nanoforge, I could have talked my way out of it. Because don't get me wrong, I like the pirates, I guess, but the Starlight Cabal, not if they're going to be like that. Wow, I missed twice. That's not my best playing here, but somehow I managed to laser them to death. But yeah, this is why you don't ask for a donation of one of the most valuable items in the game. Alright, so maybe if they were willing to give me some fuel to compensate, I could have considered it, but we'll just take the fuel off their dead bodies. It's not going to be a ton. Who's missing? Alright. right, we'll send the little ones into pursuit. All right. Ship recovery. Not today. Pick through the wreckage, 140 fuel. That gets us a little closer to our number. All right, now we decided that alkali world's fully surveyed. We surveyed a bunch of shit here. So we need 3rd Brigada to treat us well. Like, I guess one of my questions is, with our fleet as we have it right now, I'm probably going to need to scrap some ships to make it work. Let's see if we can avoid that. Alright, so I came in here with my beacon on. That's really stupid. Let's see if we can buy any more. Repair your ships. We don't have a bunch left. They're producing some fuel at a healthy clip. Can't afford all the fuel, but our suspicion's still very high for some reason. So they do actually have a reasonable fuel production rate. That's not bad. Alright, I guess the $10 million question is that if we engage the orbital defenses and base here, which is what we're going to have to do, then we would actually... Yeah, that sucks a little bit. But we have opened our bubble a little bit more. We could go to Samara. Tech Duan's out here in space. And we've learned that these little space intestines don't actually do anything here. So this is... I've got 2 options here, and they're both fairly weird. If we construct an outpost, ironically we don't have a bunch of metals here, or a gamma core. But if we were to construct an outpost, maybe we could get it to work here. Let's see. Okay, there's... Why are you running from my fleet? Thought you were here to help. Comm request. You, he laughs. Okay, so I've never had somebody do a distress call response and actually like laugh in my face. So that's a fun one. We could probably beat this though. Let's see, what do we do? We turn off our beacon here. We introduce false readings. Let's see. Okay, so if we take it over outright, they'll know it's us. So we do have patrols down there and up here. Okay, so their big shit's gone. Now if we consider our military options, now we can launch a raid. That's nice. And if we want to try to acquire some valuables here, not that. 360 fuel for minimal concern. We could also get blueprints. But let's try the fuel here first. And We have 18 story points. This is important enough that we try to do this. So we cut a little more payroll with 147 Marines. And we still didn't get a lot of fuel. Probably should have tried to buy from the black market first. But did we get enough to get us somewhere? I think we got us enough to get to the Kingdom of Terra. That's all I really need right now. Okay, so hegemony AI inspection soon. We're probably not getting the dead drop done. If I had done my original plan of going down enough, we absolutely would have been able to do that. Let's look at our gate situation real quick, in fact, because it's possible. Is there seriously a gate in this system? Because that would be worth my time. We could potentially gate down here and just head back. Let's check the map. How do we check the map? It's like this. This is a gargantuan system, and an inactive gate's totally on the other side. We do not have a bunch of supplies left. But I think this is worth it. Let's get out of here. Corporate trader. But we know somebody else is down there trying to investigate. So there's all those people. Like I said, this is a huge system and a huge drag on our supplies. But we may, in fact, have enough fuel. We didn't activate the next gate either. But I did say before, emergency situations call for shit like this. We could totally gate to Grim Sharos. Alright. Of course, it all depends on if we have enough fuel or if we have to back and forth twice. There's also a bunch of dead ships around here, so we're gonna try to cut that out. So this has been a very different, slightly stressful episode. Welcome back to Starsector. Sometimes interesting problems require interesting solutions. Don't think we can mine antimatter from any of these, but it'd be nice if we could. We are now even more in debt. So let's see here. First things first. About to say, we've probably already done this, so let's scan the gates. If we travel through the gates, Grim Sharos is going to need... It's going to require just a little more fuel. So we need to get some more fuel, and then we can go to Grim Sharos. So that's going to be the plan. This requires how much fuel? That's a lot. That's a lot. So not getting that next gate, being lazy about it, is going to hurt us, because we definitely have enough fuel for that. But if there's a time to cash in our emergency, it's here. There is a potential that we get all the fuel we need from salvaging these ships. That would do it. Databanks. Look at all these databanks. Okay. I don't care about databanks. Hey, look, an experimental destroyer. This is a Shrike prototype. Name unknown. Let's take a look at the Chief's report here. There's probably some really good, interesting story stuff here, but we need fuel. Look at that. Someone cry for all these dead ships. Because this is, as has been explained to me many times, one of the most reliable ways to get a game over state in Starsector is not by getting your ship blown up, but by getting stranded without fuel in deep space. Imagine if I was in Tabitha and someone's like, well, Tabitha, you could get all the fuel you wanted. Okay, so there's a second tanker that has a pretty good amount of fuel and a hammerhead. Hey, it's like we're at the very beginning of the game here. All right, so 1888. This gate is active. We have one use. This is from the requirements at the very beginning of the game. We could potentially fly down here and do this same shit again and try to knock off a bunch of fuel from these guys. The alternative is to go use most of our fuel, go to Grim Sharos, where we only have Zuon that's here, because remember that that little planet that we fighted a little bit. actually went decivilized. So Grimshare's dock is now decivilized. But this is friendly space. We don't have a lot of supplies. No matter where we land, we're going to be losing people. We do have some ships we need to dock. I think this is the play, because we have some other battleships that I'm totally happy to introduce into here for some of these where the Bear's good. The Carnotaur is fun, but not as effective right now. I think in the right situation it's going to be better. That right situation might be me flying, so let's go. We have one use of the Janus device, and we're using it. We saved it for this late in the game, episode whatever. I'm good with that. We gotta turn our beacon back on, because now we're in friendly space. We have friendly patrols, friendly convoys. Yeah, now that we're in core sector space, I might actually be able to... what words am I looking for here? Okay, we're going to need to get some fuel just so that we can fulfill this thing. 55 days until arrival. So we have got to keep that on the clock. For our accepted missions, we have potentially 1 million here. We're probably not going to get that. We could do this. So these are all things that are on the calendar. I wouldn't mind doing that on the way to Tabitha, although that is incredibly ambitious. First things first, let's see if we can buy fuel. You're just a scavenger. Hooray. And we lost a bunch of people. That's fine. We have a port director. Okay. Weirdly, they don't have... Okay, they have a bunch of fuel on the black market. It's a little more expensive. We do have more than enough crew to fly the ships that we have because we shut down some of our bigger ships. So we're just going to get rid of some of this. Do you guys like volatiles? There's some other places that like volatiles more, but... Let's see here. Local deficit, that's fine. That's fine. I might be able to flip this for something better. Like Diable actually kind of needs it. Jericho and Ishtar actually kind of needs it. That's on the way to our invasion. I want to keep some of these LPCs, especially the Exodus ones. I kind of went through the weapons before and was like, let's not blindly sell everything this time. Okay, but we need this much fuel. And honestly, we're going to need supplies that these are really expensive supplies. All right. That's too much. Okay, where are cheap supplies? Huh. Not too far away. Okay, so we're gonna need a little more fuel. And we're gonna need a little more fuel. So this gets us to most places, including Nyx. Now, Nyx, what we can do there is totally just fuel up as much as we need to. And put ourselves in debt that we have to recover here from. This is kind of the treadmill that we're on right now. We've been spending a lot of time this episode not completing missions, and by not completing missions, we're missing out on valuable money. So I think right now, because that potentially Nyx bounty is definitely gone. We have 2 bounties here. One definitely worth more than the other. I think we have to go to the Nyx outpost again and drop off some kitties in the pool. And potentially, who are we supposed to be? What's our accepted mission here? Conquer Oberstein. That seems like a great mission for having just gotten rid of our flagship. Not our flagship, but our bear ship. We can do it. I believe in something. All right, I believe that we can get to Nyx on this without pissing off the locals too much more. Okay, so there's a giant trade. We have to look and be really opportunistic with any trade routes that come through, but at the same time we want to kind of fly straight and true. We are at the beginning of the month. Food and organics. Zon Empire, who's neutral to us. See if we can get to Nyx. Okay, like we're going to be out of fuel and supplies at the same time. It's a little awkward. I mean, that's how you play Starsector, right? What are you? You are pursuing a pirate attack fleet. Pursuing a special task force. I was about to say, these guys are probably friendly. So we're just gonna let y'all hang. I know you're an ally, but we've got other fry to fish. Okay. Let's just get to Nyx and see if we can make $1 million. Alright. And like we should have just... What we should have done was just come here first. That's just how it is. If we had come here first, we wouldn't have had nearly the drama of the past 40 minutes of this episode. And that's okay. But we're here now. Peace with the Reuter Union? Sure. Like I said, one thing I've got to watch out for is the hegemony coming on their way down. So we need supplies. More importantly, we need money. Com directory, nobody here. Manage the colony. Once again, look at all these things that we have. It's going to cost us money to get these things. I could probably sell the simulation engine. I don't want to sell the pristine nanoforge. We've had problems figuring out the empty forge template. I'm almost inclined to just sell all of those and ignore that part of the game right now. So we gotta, I think we've just got to go whole hog here. It's gonna take a lot of, it's gonna take some money to get some money. 3,000 supplies seems like a lot, but we're doing a very expensive invasion. That's a lot of money for fuel. Okay. That's over the cap. Okay, so 500,000 credits. How in debt are we right now? We're only a little in debt. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. These are mothballed. We're just going to store them here. I probably should have stripped them before I stored them, though. Look, we got all these other shit in storage. Some of these are really good. So let's take you. At this, we're under crew strength again. Who knew? Refit, strip. Like I said, they're nice, but we're not at that part of the game right now. So you're going to the bench. Although I probably could have used the bear for this next fight. We'll manage. And can we actually do some repairs on our ships? Yeah, so that's why we needed more shit here. Do we have any more supplies we can take? Let's take a... It just feels better to have that round number. Okay, cool. I don't even know what this planet looks like. Oh, gross. Okay, so we do have places that we can go, but I kind of just want to drop in right on them. It's irresponsible as hell, but we're going to have to fight them at some point, so... Peace with Cyanation? That's fine. Alright. So they're invading. How many days until the hegemony, who we're going to have to deal with? 36 days. So once we get our cash here, hopefully we get our cash here, we're going to have to run back home. This is going to work out one of these days. Today is probably not that day, but we just got to keep our eye open for opportunities, take on some more bounties. There was definitely an easier way to do this, but we took the really difficult path and paid the price for it. That price is going into astronomical debt again. Ceasefire with Legio. That's fine. Okay, so you guys are here. So you're here. That's not so bad. Okay, let's get you all... Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, are we really fighting everybody in a space station right now? You bet your butt we are. Okay. So this is a good... Y'all have been waiting for a fight this whole episode. And here we go. We'll take the Grim Beamer. The Breamer. The best Reamer. That's probably definitely something you don't want to say about one of your ships. Okay, so we do out-officer them, which is great. The issue we're going to have is that we got to actually crack their defenses a little bit. Let's get the thorn bush in here. All right. So it's going to be the same as it ever was. We slide to the left. We slide a little less to the left. We send our heavy hitters in the middle. And we're going to try the thing again where we give a medium escort to some of these big ships and see how that goes. So we got 2 fleets. It's not that I did this on purpose, but this does kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Alright. So we're just going to hang out here with the tiny ships. Have a almost get rammed time. Probably a good time to drink from a beverage. So it's here. There's the space station. We don't want to take on their main fleet all at once. They do have a bullhorn, which is a very cute ship. I wouldn't mind sending you guys up here. And sending you all up here. And then we just kind of take it on from 2 sides. Y'all are going to hang here. The station, I'm not super worried about, but I gotta respect the station. That's just kind of the way it goes. I just missed a hammerhead. Let's actually do the thing where we lead the shot correctly. There we go. Alright. That was not my best work. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo. Okay, no critical hits this time. Okay, still no critical hits. These things take a hit. Somehow I find myself in the line of fire of the space station again. Let's go ahead and get rid of these focal points. I'll let y'all hang here. So far, I'm liking this spread and how it's working. So I don't know what the hell happened there. It must have been some graphical anomaly. But yeah, I think we can officially start engaging the shits. And let you guys just kind of move over here. And you all can take on this stuff. And we can form a big old nasty line of something with the space station. Or I can get myself blown up again. That's also a possibility. Maybe even a likelihood. Fortunately, I remembered how to back out in time, so... Now we're going to play this on the don't get shot portion. I probably should run away, but I feel like we do actually need my contributions. Meanwhile, down here, I could actually come down here and help. Let's make myself a little more useful. You know what? Let's do this first. Alright, I thought that shot was going to be better. Alright, there we go. Gotta love those Diable support ships, too. Okay, are you running? Not for long. Wow, that miss may be very important. Okay, and whoop! There we go. So you're pretty much dead. Something killed you. I don't know who or what or how. We have little jet fighter over here who's trying his best. And I think we just unleash you all. Let you all go a little crazy over here. We let you all go a little crazy over here, and I think we're okay. As long as we can get some people to actually start engaging the space station. Because it shouldn't be just me. With my no health and my sitting here like a fool. This thing actually is a little bit dangerous. Alright, did I get him? Okay, once again, gotta be mindful that here comes the boom. So we've got... Did we lose somebody over here? Ugh. Annoying. Okay. Well, that's repairable. It's just... This is why we have extra ships. And this is where I probably could bring the Carnotaur in and it would do some work. It's too bad I wasn't really seeing how it got overwhelmed, but... Also, I'm about to 1v stupid another ship here. So let's see if I can save the Thornbush from itself. Because we knew this was going to be a tough engagement. That's not the Thornbush, that's the Elysium. Alright, deploy, deploy. Let's get everybody out here. Like I said, we kind of do have this fight, and they have brought in reinforcements. We do have the space station that is having a grand old time. We just haven't been as clean, maybe, as I'd like. Alright, so we're just gonna follow Darrow of Lycos. And Darrow is gonna lead us to victory. There we go. Look at all those nice missiles flying into there. There we go. A bunch of shots on the engine. See, it's like I know what I'm doing. There we go. Space station down. Null point exception is apparently having a bad day to have a bad day. I hope I didn't just hit the null point exception. Alright, so this should be mop-up time now. There we go. See, this is... I've stretched myself a little thin. If I had the bear in there to, like, main tank, it could have done better. I'll tell you what probably happened with the Tyrannicus is that, the design does definitely have some flux issues, so it probably just had some flux problems while getting overwhelmed from all the attacks. So that's something when I go back to redesigning, which I'll be doing when I get to home base, that we'll have to just address. So these guys are all going to retreat. Okay, cool. Well, at least we'll be able to recover our shit, because I'd hate to lose that Ludic outcast. So we did lose 2. Second in command can have the wheel. We'll bring our ads and our other things. Okay, so did we get them all? Everything but the kitchen sink. Okay, we get you guys. Nothing exciting in the difficult recovery. Like I said, Bullhorn's a fun ship. You saw it lasted a while too, but we're gonna just ignore it. Alright, wreckage, please. That's okay. Not as good as it could have been, but... Look at this. We have, very suddenly, taken out their space station. I wonder what this means we're gonna do. Many months before... You want to do this here. Okay, comm directory. We have... And an orbital. What can you do? Can I hire you? You're aggressive. Yes, please. I will hire you before I fully take this over. Consider military options. View the colony info. They still have 720 defense. We want to keep things kind of in line. We did take out the battle station, so now we've opened the way to do other things. I am just very curious here. If we launch a raid to acquire valuables, look at that, 720 fuel. That would have been really nice. Volturian Lobster. So that's where they ended up this save. Okay. If we launch... Okay, none of that matters. If we invade... Ugh. We're going to have to bombard. Okay. So that's going to cut our money down. Hey, look, the invasion. There's a suddenly doing that has prompted the Persian League to invade us. Cool. Okay. So consider our military options now if we launch a raid. Their ground defense strength is a little less. That's because we are raiding and not invading. Let's give it a go. We need the money. This is probably not gonna end well. So we have a bunch of battalions. If we auto-move the units, let's go ahead and action. If we leave here, they have a bunch of people stationed. We do want to take out the batteries in the spaceport. Military base. All right. And do we have a place here that's let's try to put somebody else on the we could do the spaceport. I just kind of want to see if I can spread their defenses around here, so all right, this may be doomed to failure, but we shall find out. Also, I've got to see here for the contract. Did I just like totally disrupt? Oh, we still get almost 1 million. So let's see here now. We may have bitten off more than we can chew, but if that's the case, that's the case. And we have some straight up invasions here. Evenly matched, evenly matched. Dead drop in 10 days. Like I said, we're just doing things the hard way. Alright, so they've deployed a bunch of defenses here. Can we move you all to the mining facility? That's the 3rd Battalion. And just try to kite these things around, see if we can get this stuff in here. Because right now that's pretty even, and we have a bunch of shit over here. So we're going to try to move around the map here. So action. I don't think we need to move. Alright, let's see what happens. Day 2. Losing 47 Marines. We got our people here. Our morale's not doing very good. Alright. So we might need that. 2 turns for a global cooldown here. Alright. And moving in as a response to the invasion. Well, you know what? I think this is a pretty decent place to go ahead and stop the episode. Because we're kind of in the middle here. We're at about at the hour mark. I've got some shit I gotta do. But hey, remember when I was saying before I want things to be a little more interesting here? They just got way more interesting. Okay, so they moved all their shit here. We are slowly but surely whittling this away. And I kind of want to know if we can just take this on, if we have all these things here, if it's better to do that, or if it's better... We've disrupted the batteries. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Colony info. Heavy batteries are disrupted because we bombarded them. So it's an interesting time. Like I said, this is Asher with Starsector. We'll see how this goes. We're either going to make a lot of money, or I'm going to wish that I didn't lose a bajillion Marines trying to get over here. But hey, we're just swinging for the fences at this point. Do we have some other bounties we can take if this doesn't pan out? Yes. Are some of them on the way to us intercepting a hegemony fleet that's going to try to do an AI inspection? Kind of. We'd have to go to Newton and then work down here, but the hegemony is coming. I don't know where they are. There they are. It's gonna be tough. And here we go. Suddenly, the inspection space forces or superior ground forces are outmatched. So that's a change. Well, we'll see that in the future episode. This is Asher. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to more Starsector. We'll do this again soon. Y'all have a great one. See you next time. Gotta roll over to the next stage. Just see what we get. All right. It's a new month. We have terrible monthly expenses. We know what our debt is. This is to clear our debt. That's just how it goes. We've inspired. We're potentially taking places. I've gotta think that we may be doing okay here, considering. But I don't know for sure. That's it for now. See you next time. Take care.